Good morning. Welcome to Be So Creative's Wednesday workshops. My name is Linda and my project today will be a placemat or a pot holder made from scraps or orphan blocks. Here are a couple of examples that have been done. This one is made with the log cabin orphan block, and it has an optional little tag on it, hook. And this one was made from scraps, the end cuts of a table runner I made here for the shop. First of all, you need to find your square, your orphan block or your scrappy square. These are just a couple of orphan blocks that I had around the house that were made using the log cabin ruler that we have here in the shop. And I had to make the squares a little bit bigger so that my pattern would fit, the block would fit to the pattern. Once you have your squares made and you have your pattern, what I did was I layered the fabric, the cotton batting, the Insul Bright, and the orphan block. I layered them, pinned the pattern on top. Some people have used freezer paper, ironed it onto the orphan block, and then cut. Once you have this done, then it's time to choose the back. And I chose this fabric. It was just a scrap I had around the house. And I used freezer paper, sewed the pattern, and the pattern will be downloaded onto the website. And again, I used freezer paper, sewed it onto my fabric, folded the selvage. This side has a selvage end, and I folded it to make a seam. And this side, you do the same thing. It's got the raw edge. You fold it again, so you have a little 1/4 inch seam there. And stitch. This side, because it was a selvage end, it was not stitched. It was just folded. Once that is done, you take the two sides and put them together so that the sewn side is on top, the folded side is on the bottom, and you match the two halves of your design together. This being an apple, you match the curvy part and tack it. You can either hand tack it or machine tack it so it stays in place. I have a new back now because I ran out of the other fabric. So this is all tacked in place and it looks like an apple. So here's our first piece, the batting. We're going to layer these up. The Insul Bright, the top, and you can use whatever top you want. So there's that one, and there's this one that's kind of cute, and then there's this one. So you have the top, the pretty part, and then you take your back and put right sides together, pin it in place, and you're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam, a fat 1/4 inch seam all the way around. Once your seam is sewn all the way around, you're going to clip the edges because you're on a curve and you always clip a curve edge. Once that is done, press it real well. Press again. turn it, press, 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 always press. And there you go. It's very fast, very simple, a great way to use scraps and a great way to use orphan blocks. And again, this pattern will be on our website shortly. Have a great day. Thank you. Okay, did I screw it up?